What we have here is a collection of supplements and medications that I have either used myself or am planning to use, and I want to explain why. So all of these have different functions for sleep and just restfulness and helping you relax. And I wanted to talk about them today, and of course, let's hit the irony head on here. A lot of people use these videos to sleep, and exactly what we're going to talk about today may be more effective than this video, or vice versa. Maybe you'll find more solace in just hearing my words than actually using these supplements and medications. So let's put most of these away and we'll take it one by one. Magnesium. Wow. I have recently started to use magnesium, and I've taken it every single night since I started using it. Now, there's a lot you need to know about this. First of all, it says high absorption here. You can ignore that. It doesn't matter how well something's absorbed. It matters how you dose it. So, you need the proper dose to overcome any absorption issues, or vice versa. You need to decrease the dose if there is really good absorption. We see this a lot in the prescription world. So this to me, I don't like looking at that. What do we see here? Magnesium, 200 milligram. So magnesium is thought to play a role with GABA modulation, and that's going to be very important for basically everything I'm talking about here today. GABA is a neurotransmitter that is, it very much inhibits brain action. And that sounds bad. It almost sounds like you're going to die. No, GABA, it kind of calms everything down. Okay? It stops the excitatory response in the brain. So magnesium is thought to play a role in that. However, in my professional opinion, the magnesium actually doesn't even matter. I'll tell you about that later. So it says 200 milligram per serving. Okay, cool. Don't be fooled. Per serving is not the same thing as per capsule. Okay? You have to be cognizant of that. And it says here, sleep support, bone and muscle health. Very good. 60 vegetarian capsules. I got the Spring Valley brand. I have not endorsed a brand yet. For the most part, if a company is following CGMP, or current good manufacturing process or whatever, then it really doesn't matter which company you use. Chelated blend. We don't need to worry about chelated. That doesn't matter for what we're talking about. Now, what is very important here is the molecule that the magnesium is attached to. Because the magnesium itself, magnesium plays a very vital role in the body, especially when we talk about heart rhythm. It's very, very important. But what we care about today is actually what it's attached to. Bisglycinate. You want magnesium bisglycinate or glycinate. Either one is fine. The purpose of the bisglycinate or glycinate is it creates a kind of a calming and soothing effect. So I honestly don't really know. I know the magnesium is supposed to modulate the GABA, like I said, and then the bisglycinate makes the calming effect. I really don't know which one's doing more of the heavy lifting here, if I'm being honest. I would surmise it's the bisglycinate because I've taken other magnesium supplements before, and I never felt a calming effect, right? So just anecdotally, I think the bisglycinate is the important part here, or glycinate, it doesn't matter which one. If you look at the molecules, the bisglycinate gets transformed into glycinate. It's perfectly fine to take either. And it also does have some magnesium oxide in here. That's okay. That's okay. But look here, one serving is 2 capsules, okay? So 2 capsules has 200 milligram of magnesium as magnesium bisglycinate, buffered magnesium oxide, meaning 1 capsule is 100 milligram. I don't know why that's a standard in the supplement industry, is to put a serving size as 2 capsules. I have no idea why. Why not just say 1 capsule is 100 milligram? Does anyone know? I think a lot of times companies do that to confuse, and they end up selling more that way in some way. I'm not really sure. But I don't know why they do that. So other ingredients: stearic acid, hypermellose, heat-treated rice flour. Okay, we like to see a short and simple excipient list. Not bad about that at all. Distributed by Walmart Inc., Bentonville, Arkansas. Here's the thing, folks. Spring Valley, Walmart. Does one own the other? Nobody knows. They won't tell you where they get this, Walmart. It's just a mystery. From high absorption magnesium bisglycinate, chelate buffered, and magnesium oxide. Don't care, means nothing. Helps support sleep quality. Yes, it does. Facilitates energy production through a metabolic pathway. Okay. Helps support bone, muscle, nerve, and heart health. And then it has the suggestion here: adults take 2 capsules daily with food as a dietary supplement. Whenever the rabbit hole of these companies. Traacs, Traacs, is a registered trademark of Albion Laboratories. Okay, why are you telling me that? What's that have to do with anything? These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Every supplement has to have that disclaimer on the bottle somewhere. That's true. That is FTC guidelines. The only way you can diagnose, treat, cure, prevent, mitigate disease or whatever is if you get your medication approved by the FDA. No gluten, preservatives, magnesium stearate. LOL. See, here's another magnesium stearate. Soy, peanuts, artificial colors, flavors, and sweeteners. Warning: pregnant or nursing women, individuals taking medications, or persons who have health conditions. Persons who have health conditions. What a blanket statement. Should consult their doctor before using this product. Discontinue use and consult your doctor if any adverse reactions occur. So this is, these disclaimers, I think they're comical. I mean, it's obviously there just for, protection purposes. Nobody's being protected, or for protection of the company, from litigation. No consumer is being protected by this warning, let's be honest. For your protection, do not use if printed seal under cap is broken. Made in the USA with domestic and imported ingredients, factory certified. Okay, very good. Freshness and potency guaranteed through 9/26. Okay, so we've read pretty much everything that you can read. Oh, look, it has these statements are not evaluated. It has it again. Doubling down. we've read pretty much everything on this label. All right. This is good. I've taken this. You know, I got these little caps here. So I recommend this. Okay, I've taken this. And what I'm actually going to do here today is I'm going to show you a concoction I'm going to be making in another video on my other account, my Grant Harting account. And this is going to be one of the components. Let's just set that there, I think. I think that looks nice right there. Moving on. Alright, let's do melatonin real quick. Okay, so there's a lot of misconception about melatonin. People like to argue with me all day. They look stupid, but they do it anyway. Good job, I guess. So this is the value side, Spring Valley. I get this brand because it's the cheapest. That's the only reason why I've been buying this. I do not endorse a supplement company as of yet. I would really like to. Melatonin 5 milligram. This dose I selected intentionally. Okay. This dose is not random. I'll explain why in a little bit. I take melatonin every night. That's why I got 240 of these bad boys. Now, melatonin. Okay, so this has this. Remember, the magnesium had these. This is not approved by the FDA, or it's not approved to prevent, cure, mitigate disease. This also has the same statement, but melatonin is actually a drug. But it's both. I'm literally a licensed pharmacist in 3 states, and I've never understood this. This is both a supplement and a drug at the same time. I don't know. Perhaps that's a policy failure. I don't know why. Because you can write a prescription for melatonin. There are melatonin manufacturers that have an NDC code, and pharmacies can bill insurance companies for melatonin. And lest we not forget, it is a hormone that is secreted by the body. I'll get into that a little bit more. I just want to check out this label some more. Okay, serving size is 1 tablet. Good, 5 milligram. That is the dose I recommend. Calcium carbonate, microcrystalline cellulose. Starch contains 2% or less of carboxymethylcellulose sodium, magnesium stearate, melatonin, silica. All these have different functions, by the way. I forget which ones do which, but like there's swelling agents, there's glidants. You know, these aren't random. Product of China, will be tariffed. Adults take 1 tablet prior to bedtime, 30 minutes prior to bedtime. The timing that you take melatonin matters. What's it say here? Take at bedtime only. Melatonin can induce drowsiness and sleep. Gee, I would hope so. I think that's what it's kind of for. Pregnant and nursing women, individuals taking sedatives or other medications, or persons who have a health condition should consult their doctor before using this product. Do not use alcohol, drive a vehicle, or operate machinery while taking this product. Do not use prior to surgery. I can promise you any surgeon is going to operate on you if you take melatonin. Actually, I can't promise that, but I would think they would. Your body secretes melatonin. You have a gland in your little brain area. It's called the pineal gland. And it secretes maybe like 1 to 200 micrograms per day, something like that. But what's cool is it's actually secreted in other parts of the body as well. And what this does is when it binds to the melatonin receptors, it tells your body, hey, it's time to go to sleep, buddy. In nature, this happens whenever there's an absence of light. Darkness will foster, I guess you could say, would induce melatonin secretion. In the state of nature, our ancestors, whenever it got dark out, that's whenever their melatonin came out to play. But now we have artificial light and everything. It's just kind of ruined our bodies. This appears to help people go to sleep. It's not really good for staying asleep. There are extended release melatonin products. I've never tried any, but there is some evidence to suggest they kind of help stay asleep a little bit longer. The extended release ones, that is. There's really not a lot. In fact, I don't think there's any over-the-counter meds that help people stay asleep. Can you take magnesium with melatonin? Yes, you can. I do it all the time. Here's where people get messed up. Now, as I said, your body secretes melatonin, and people assume that if you take a melatonin tablet, your body will stop making its own melatonin, and then you'll become deficient, and then you'll have withdrawal when you stop taking the melatonin tablet. That is not true. Melatonin is weird. Virtually every other hormone, that is true. If you take testosterone exogenously, your body's going to stop making it. But for whatever reason, melatonin is its own weird little guy. This does not stop or even change your body's natural melatonin secretion. But where things get very confusing to people is they will Google that. They'll Google it and they will see exactly what they want to see, and they will see it reduces endogenous production. This brings me to my second point. Google heavily favors websites that drive traffic. Google does not heavily favor websites that have correct information. Furthermore, people will see sources like Sleep Foundation, Stanford, actually Harvard. Harvard actually appears to be pretty good. I've seen their blog style information, and they will assume that it's accurate because it's associated with that name. What you're looking at is a blog post. That post exists to drive people to the website. That is not an information database. When you look at the actual studies and you look at real trials, exogenous melatonin does not inhibit or stop or even alter your brain and your gut's normal secretion. This has been very challenging for me as I make my clinical videos, because I know people act like I don't know how to Google things. I know that when you Google something, you will see the same results that I see. I know that. And I have to word things correctly, or else I'm going to have a fight in the comments. And I have to say things that match what people Google, which is completely wrong. Completely the opposite of what things should happen. So for me, I'm a pharmacist. If I watch a video and I Google that topic and I see almost verbatim the same thing in that video as I see on the first, second, or third result of Google, I know right away that that person does not know what they're talking about. Because all that proves is that they Googled something and then they regurgitated it. That doesn't mean they know what they're talking about. So for me, if I see that, that's discrediting to me. Yet, most people want to verify what they see in a video with what they Google, and that is wrong. That's not the correct way of doing things. You verify with actual real resources. National Institute of Health. That's actually one of the ones I use most. A good PubChem article, or PubMed. And that's how you verify information. Not with Stanford.edu's blog post. I think once you get a little bit older, maybe you're one of the people who are driving people to the websites, it becomes a little bit more obvious for folks maybe who don't remember the glory days of the internet where people weren't fighting for your clicks. You know, it was a different time. Second thing you want to know is about the dose. Well, if the body secretes micrograms, 1 to 300 micrograms per day, then why don't we take micrograms of melatonin whenever we want to sleep? Well, you can. You can. There's nothing wrong with that. Between about 1 and 5 micrograms. And you can go less than 1. 30 minutes before bedtime. That's what the actual studies show, not your little blog post. Going over 5 milligram, in my professional opinion, is not worth it. It actually makes no sense. Diminishing returns. It's not dangerous. It's just, you're just wasting money. This is not a medication where more is more. This is a weird little guy. I don't think I can stress that enough. This is just a weird little guy. So if you're having trouble sleeping, take these 30 minutes before bedtime. For the magnesium glycinate, you can take anywhere between 100 and 400 milligram. I normally take 200 milligram because that's what it says on the bottle. There we go. 2 down. Let's take a look at this. 5 HTP. Five hydroxytryptophan. L5 hydroxytryptophan. Does this ring any bells? Does this ring any bells? Tryptophan. It's what's in turkey. Yep. People will commonly say, oh, why do I feel so tired after Thanksgiving? For my non-American viewers, do we have some non-American viewers in the chat? I know in my other channel, I get a lot of non-Americans, and I am shooketh by that fact. I don't know what they're interested. I'm glad they're there. I love them. But I was not expecting that. Is there any non-Americans here on this channel? Thanksgiving is a holiday in the United States where we celebrate, I don't even know what we celebrate anymore. It's supposed to be like the Pilgrims like eating with the Native Americans or something. And they were like happy for like one day. And then we eat a turkey. I don't know, it's just tradition. You eat a turkey, and turkey supposedly has high amounts of tryptophan, and people will make the claim that that's why you feel tired on Thanksgiving. We overeat with the turkey, and this tryptophan is flooding our brain holes. I don't know how much truth there is to that, but I like it. I like it. 5-HTP is a precursor to serotonin, a neurotransmitter that supports mood, health, and well-being. Yup. This is baby serotonin. Pre-serotonin. And that makes perfect sense. You know why? Because some of our selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors will make you drowsy. These are medications that are prescribed, used for depression. It's like sertraline, paroxetine, brand name Zoloft, brand name Paxil. You know, it's quite a few of them. In fact, they're ubiquitous. Probably 90% of people watching this have taken an SSRI. That is a completely made-up percentage. I have no clue, but I bet a healthy percentage of you folks have. So this is a molecule that whenever you take this, it's being absorbed and then being transformed into melatonin. Serotonin. Do not get serotonin and melatonin confused, please. I know they kind of sound the same, but they're not. So, 5-HTP. I have taken this. It has a weird kind of feeling, honestly. It's kind of like, how do I describe this? It's calming, but it's in a very weird way. I'm going to call this a little bit controversial. I'm going to take it on my other channel. I'm putting this in a concoction. But I don't think it's for everyone. I'm not going to recommend this one as highly as these two. It's almost kind of excitatory in a way. But I think it is worth a try for most people. Here we go again. Serving size, 2 capsules. It does have calcium in it for some reason. 5-HTP L5-hydroxytryptophan from Griffonia extract. Now, Griffonia extract is my neighbor. She's really, really nice. The other day she baked me a pie and she brought it over. I really love Griffonia extract. I'm so quirky. Okay, so it's 200 milligrams of 5-HTP in 1 serving. So, okay, so this, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Guys, no wonder people hate the medicine world. 100 milligram per capsule. Serving size, 2 capsules. 200 milligram per serving. Serving size, 2 capsules. Why? Why? Just be consistent, for crying out loud. Dicalcium phosphate, gelatin, less than 2% of croscarmelose, silica, vegetable, magnesium stearate. What the heck does that mean? Vegetable magnesium stearate? Was there supposed to be... What did a vegetable be doing there? Vegetable magnesium stearate, okay. I want to look at the warning here. I wonder if it has an SSRI warning. Not intended for use by pregnant or nursing women. If you are taking any medication, including antidepressants or drugs with central nervous system or serotonergic activity, or have any medical conditions, including mental health or gastrointestinal concerns. Oh, I forgot to mention that. Serotonin plays a vital role in digestion, too. A lot of it is used in the gut. Consult your doctor before use. Discontinue use. Consult your doctor if any adverse reactions occur. Do not drive, operate machinery, or consume alcohol when taking this product. Not intended for use by persons under the age of 18. (5-HTP). Throw it in the stack if you need to hit the sack. Do you understand what that means? Do you understand? Don't know if those knuckle cracks are ASMR or not. Okay, this next one, this is actually really, really cool to me. This next one I've never taken before, and I'm excited to try it. By the way, actually, I'll talk about that after this. Nature's Bounty. We're switching it up. We're switching it up. Nature's Bounty, anxiety and stress relief. Is that so? We'll just see about that. Ashwagandha, KSM 66. I don't know what the 66 means, but this means ashwagandha extract. I don't like the name ashwagandha. There, I said it. Too many syllables. And I, for one, am not a slave to syllables. I prefer to call this ashwagandha. I think it sounds cooler. Supports occasional anxiety and stress. Clinical studied ingredients. That's actually true. That's true. But being clinically studied doesn't necessarily mean anything. But in this case, it actually does have some support with it. Now, we were talking about brands. Okay, I normally don't look at the brand. And I actually didn't in this case either. What I wanted was ashwagandha and L-theanine. But I couldn't find it. But this is actually a combination of both of them. I wanted to have like one bottle for each, so I could mess around with the dose and everything. But this is all Walmart had whenever I was there. Exclude the cap and the label for a minute. How much do you want to bet that these bottles came out of the same factory? This world of advertising and marketing, you guys don't realize how everything is just marketing. Pills probably came out of the same factory too. Okay, directions for adults: take 2 tablets daily, preferably with meals. There's tablets in here, so I'm gonna have to crush these up whenever I make my little potion. KSM, that stands for Kiss Some Mothers. Kiss Some Mothers 66, 600 milligram. So ashwagandha dose for the extract, that can be anywhere from like 200 to 1200. So whenever they say take 2 tablets, they really want you to take the full-blown dose. Ashwagandha is very, very neat. I think so anyway. So what this does is this kind of helps with GABA. Remember, GABA is it slows down the brain. It's inhibitory. So it's enhancing inhibitory neurotransmitter. It also has several other effects. The ashwagandha does. There are, well, it seems like for all these supplements, I mean, they have like a million different uses, a million different effects, right? There have been studies shown that this does kind of help. So, I'm a big fan of this for the calming sensation. I've never taken it before, but the studies... So, okay, whenever I say the studies show that it kind of helps, whenever I look at a study for a supplement, I kind of grade it on a curve, okay? Whenever we talk about the medicine world, these are much better studies. There's a lot of money involved. They have a good control group. You know, everything's detailed very well. Supplement studies are like they give someone a piece of paper and say, "Did you like this? Circle yes or no." You know, they're kind of junk, okay, generally speaking. So I take that into consideration. So whenever I say it's like it has good efficacy for it, I mean good for a supplement. That's what I mean. That would not fly in the actual medicine world. I mean, well, I shouldn't say that. Unfortunately, it does sometimes. So the ashwagandha, that's our little GABA baby. L-theanine. Now that is a amino acid, not to be confused with threonine. Threonine is for like metabolism, okay? Theanine, this is kind of like glutamate. Now glutamate is an excitatory neurotransmitter, okay? That gets the brain going. But it kind of blocks glutamate. So it inhibits glutamate, kind of. Now, this is it's supposed to be a tough concept, but I understood this the very first time somebody explained it to me. I really liked Psych Neuro. So, ashwagandha enhances GABA. And remember, GABA, it's not excitatory. GABA is kind of like inhibitory. So, ashwagandha enhances an inhibitory neurotransmitter, meaning it calms the brain down. And then L-theanine blocks an excitatory neurotransmitter, which means it can't be excited. So we have two things working in two different ways to get the same result. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, it will someday. By the way, whenever we talk about all these supplements and I say, oh, this blocks this, this enhances that, take it with a grain of salt. It kind of does that. It kind of does these things, okay? It's generally believed to do these things. That is not a stone cold hard fact at all. We can take a look at the other ingredients here. Vegetable cellulose, crospovidone, we haven't seen that. Silica, vegetable stearic acid, vegetable magnesium stearate. Oh, there it is again. Okay, so that must be a thing. Contains milk ingredients. Okay. Okay, I like looking at these warnings. I like it. Not intended for use by pregnant or nursing women. If you are taking any medications or have any medical condition, consult your doctor before use. Discontinue use and consult your doctor if any adverse reactions occur. Not intended for use by persons under the age of 18. Keep out of reach of children. Store at room temperature. Do not use if seal under cap is broken or missing. Samam's 66 ashwagandha is a registered trademark of Boreal Biomed Inc., made in the USA with select ingredients from around the world, distributed by Nature's Bounty, Bohemia, New York. Bohemia, is that on Staten Island? Or not Staten Island, is that on Long Island? Bohemia? Is that upstate? 50 years of trust and quality. Nature's Bounty, we are committed to your health for 50 years. Wow, good for them. That's a long time. It's twice as long as 25. 200 milligram of L-theanine per serving. Supports a calm, relaxed mood. Guaranteed quality, laboratory tested. And here you can see here, these statements have not been approved by the FDA. I'm so excited to try this. So I need to explain one thing here. So we got ashwagandha, L-theanine, okay, that's calming, 5-HTP, calming, and a little bit sedating. This is not calming at all. It's very sedating, or at least it should be. Oh, I forgot to mention this. Melatonin you have to take every night for like a week for it to work. And then this is calming and sedating. Okay, so the reason why I have them organized this way, so this is calming and not sedating, sedating and not calming. If you went to sleep, you would take probably these two, maybe want to add that one on as well. Oops. And you would have to take this, for a while. The melatonin's the heavy hitter here. So it takes a couple of days. Now, if you want anxiety relief or stress relief, or wait, how do they word this here? Supports a calm, relaxed mood. So it doesn't treat anxiety, okay? It doesn't diagnose, cure, treat, or mitigate disease. It supports I can't even remember this because it's such a dumb way of saying things. It supports a calm, relaxed mood. So if you want to support a calm, relaxed mood, take these three at the top. Do not take melatonin if you want to support a calm, relaxed mood. This is for sleep only. And these three is what I'll be making into a over-the-counter Xanax combination. I'm very excited about that. Very excited to try that. I hate the game. I hate the labeling game with the supplements. Supports calm and relaxed mood. It's just a game. It's just semantics. We know what they're getting at. We know what they're trying to diagnose, treat, prevent, cure, mitigate. I don't know. Good thing I'm not in charge, folks. Everything would be perfect.